It was very needed. First thing, I just want to say how proud I am of these kids. What they've gone through, what they've battled through, and we got kids playing with, they're a little bumped up, banged up, but they're playing through it, and they're not injured. They're just a little sore, and they're just fighting through it, and it's awesome. To see how they do. Ethan Dixon, that big touchdown pass he caught, on one knee, and I'm just so proud of the incredible effort by everybody. Everybody that stepped foot on that field played as hard as they could. Now they didn't, and I'm sure if we look at the film, there's going to be some mistakes that we made, but I have a hard time believing that I'm going to see much, just loafing or anything like that. They just played their hearts out, and we'd run somebody in there to do their job, and they'd do it as hard as they could, and so I'm so proud of it, and that, I'll tell you, Billy, that last drive we had, I think we got the ball back with 6-something left on the clock, and we just drove it down the field. We got the face mask on the runner that you probably don't see very often, but I'm just like, well, this clock's going to start, so that's not a big deal. It's still first down. And I was like, and then you put the ball in the hands of a senior that's been around, and you say, all right, if it's there, throw it. If it's not, just go down and we'll punt it at some point and get it. But I knew they were keyed up for the run. I thought if we could get leak Dixon out in the flats, that he'd be open and we'd have a chance to get quite a bit of that face mask back, and we did. And Dixon made a good play, and he made a little good move at the end, and stayed in bounds, because that's what we work on our 4-minute offense. And I just can't. And then the defense. The defense came out there, and they gave up. I guess they scored on the first drive, which is first time in 4 games that we gave up a touchdown on the first drive. But the rest of the time, they just came out there and they battled and they made Newport drive the ball. And Newport is one of those teams that they can be really explosive, and when you make them drive it, they can make mistakes. And I tell you, they played as, they're probably not saying this, but I've watched every game they had this year, and they've fumbled snaps and they've motion penalties, and this one they played pretty clean. We did force a couple of turnovers, but I thought we played as disciplined as we've played in a long time. We played incredibly hard, and defense played well, and bend but don't break type mentality. Got the ball back, and then Pierce starting it off with that punt return, just kind of kick starting us, because I was just like, in my mind I'm thinking, we need something good to happen early, and then they drive it down the field and score, and I'm thinking, it's all right, and then we drive down inside the 5 and don't score, and I'm thinking, oh, we got to have something good happen, and then defense steps up real big and almost gets a safety, and then they force a punt, and Pierce picks it up on the hop, and then we blocked pretty well, and then Pierce did what Pierce does, and then it's good to have Pierce back. This was kind of his coming out for his second year. I know he's been frustrated probably this year with us not being able to get him the ball very well, but tonight he had a really good game. First half he wasn't as sharp as he would like to be, but second half he kind of took over. And that first half, Andrew Engel had an incredible night. And then I tell you another one that I'm so proud of. The defense played really well, and I hate to single one person out especially, but Dylan Spivey, little sophomore that doesn't weigh anything, and he made 4 or 5 tackles on Carl. That one of them or 2 of them for sure were touchdown saving tackles, because and that guy's huge. He's a 2-time, 3-time All-Stater, has been starting since a 9th grader, and he made some big plays to make him. So